Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be discussing one of my very first rifles. This is a Sears Model 53, Ted Williams edition, 30-06. I bought this back in the 70s, so this is over 50 years old. This rifle has taken more animals than I care to count up until about the last 20 years or so, when I got into different calibers. But I only shoot this rifle probably maybe 3 to 5 rounds a year just to test the zero with the 3x9 Bushnell scope on the top of it. That has served me well for well over 40 years. But it has a flyer. So I took the rifle apart and I discovered something that probably is inherent to all wood stock rifles that are of any age. So come back in a moment, folks, and I'll take this rifle apart and I'll show you what I found. Now, this Sears Model 53 was made in 1978. As you can see, it's a very pretty rifle because it was Sears Deluxe line that they introduced as a Ted Williams edition special. Now, about 2 or 3 years ago, I started to notice a flyer out of a 3-shot group. 2 would be dead on and 1 would be a flyer. And so I never really paid much attention to it. I just thought that was probably something that had to do with 30-06. But this is actually the rifle that got me into reloading, because 30-06 ammunition was kind of expensive later in the 90s and 2000s. And I started to wonder what would happen if I started reloading. So I'm going to take this apart. I can't do that on YouTube, but I'll take it apart and we'll go ahead and take a look at what I found. Hold on. Okay, I have the rifle apart on the table ahead of you there. As you can see, there's the barreled action itself. 3 screws, the rear mounting screw. The second screw there is for the trigger assembly. The front screw is the most important one. That is the one that controls your lug. Here's your magazine release mechanism for a drop type magazine. The rifle is in real good shape. At least I've cleaned it a lot of years for as old as it is. There's a little bit of rubbing here, but not too much. Okay, but what we're focusing on is the stock. Now, I would like to keep this stock if I can, because you know, of its beauty. I mean, look at the scroll checkering on that, as well as the checkering on the front in a diamond style pattern. It does have that plastic tip on the front that was reminiscent of Winchester of that era, post 1964. It also has it also has the line spacing, white line spacing for the recoil pad. So I'd like to keep it, but here's the problem that I came up with. Alright, so if you look at this front lug area there, you can see some visible cracking across where that front lug goes in. The lug is right here on the barreled action, and that fits neatly into there. As far as I can tell, this was never bedded. You can actually see some remnants of the old lacquer finish that was put on here. Also, because there is some blackening around this rear front mounting screw, that it may in fact have been using that as a recoil area, and that's not good as far as accuracy is concerned. So I have a local gunsmith here that I'm taking it to see if this can be repaired. If not, you know, he will tell me. You can see the cracking goes all the way through, and there's a little bit of, you can really see the blackening there of that screw now. So whether or not it can be repaired, whether or not he can do bedding to kind of fix this up, I have no idea of the cost, but I would like to keep it original. If not, he will tell me whether or not it would be advantageous to put on. Look at that beautiful checkering. Isn't that pretty? Okay. You got a medallion Sears emblem on there. That's nice. Whether or not a new stock would be in order. Alright, so I'll get back to you as soon as this project is completed, or at least updated to what he thinks that I need to perform. So stay tuned, folks. Okay, I got my 30-06 back from the gunsmith. He only did the bedding that I asked for, which was basically to bed the cracked area that I showed you, and to go ahead and bed the lug area as well as the rear tang area. Kind of a funny story is even gunsmiths can make mistakes. While he was bedding this situation, he stuck the rear screw, so it took a while to order a new one to get it back to me, and thank goodness they fixed it. Alright, so we're out here at the range going to be testing this. According to what I'm told is that any time that you do any type of work on your rifle is that you need to re-zero. So full disclosure, I've already shot 3 shots to get it zeroed. Yes, it was 1.5 inches low and 1 inch to the right. So I went ahead and made the final adjustment. Now I'm going to be shooting 3 shots of these Hornady 150 grain SSTs using Superformance powder. Now these, according to my box, these were loaded clear back in 2010. Well, I've learned quite a bit about reloading since then, so let's see how they shoot. Okay, I'll show you the holes, the previous holes on the target when we go over it. Let me go down and turn on the target for you, and let's shoot 3 shots. Let's see how the bedding action worked. Okay, I never did like recoil much, even as a kid. The only time that I didn't care about it was when I was hunting, because quite frankly, when you're on your target to nice big buck or elk or whatever, you generally don't feel the shot that you took or even hear it. So, but when you're out here practicing and you're focusing on everything lining up correctly and all that kind of stuff, it kind of can become pronounced. Alright, so here we go. It'll be top left target, 3 shots. See if I have any flinch, folks. You tell me. Yeah, it looks a little bit left, but I'll go ahead and shoot a 3-shot group and adjust later. See how she groups. See if my $120 was well spent. Oh, if I didn't tell you, targets are 100 yards. Well, I guess my $120 was well spent. Okay, folks, well, I got my rifle fixed, did not have to replace the stock. So far as the first 6 shots are concerned, the bedding worked pretty well. Alright, so if you like this video, folks, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and check your subscription. Please do. Don't forget to click the bell for notification of my future videos, because I'm now going to go ahead and do a new workup on new bullets and new powders for this 30-06, this timeless classic that old grandpa and my dad, and now that I'm a grandpa, I guess this is my rifle. All right, so see you next time, folks. But no matter what, God bless y'all. See ya.